Okay, so today we are going to learn about anxiety. Now, anxiety is more than just worrying. Okay, it is not a sign of weakness, first of all. Okay, so what is anxiety? It's a feeling of when you feel uneasy, when you feel nervous. It can be fear, it can be anything unpleasant. Okay, where you keep thinking about the future, you are frightened, nervous. Okay, if you are starting to feel worried more often, okay, it is like frequently happening with you. You can't seem to stop thinking. Okay. It's just, carrying out and out. In that case, we call it anxiety. So the distress from anxiety, it will often interfere with your ability to do the day-to-day life. Means whatever you are doing in your day-to-day life, if that is, you're not able to carry out the daily routine because of this stress, then it's an anxiety. So basically, it reduces your potential to do any work, right? If you are frozen with fear, yeah. So it can be like any kind of phobia, it can be any kind of panic, it can be social disorder, okay, and anxiety disorders. Now, anxiety is a real illness, okay. It will negatively affect the way you think, the way you feel, the way you behave. So it's not just about your body or thoughts, but it comes to into your behavior as well. Okay, so in your body, you will feel cramps, constipation, fatigue. You can have aches and pains. You can have low immune system. You can have weight fluctuation. It can be you can be overweight or you can be underweight, stomach aches. So these are the symptoms you will feel in your body and in your thought. What happen? You will feel fearful, you will have extreme worrying and um, bias perception, means this or that, okay? Then that all will come into your behavior, okay? So you will lose interest, you'll start losing interest in many things, you will start withdrawing from people, you'll feel unable to go to work or avoid certain places. So these are the checklists that whether you are having anxiety or not, right? Now, how do we go to a therapist? So, first is, I'm sure these feelings will just go away. First, you think these are temporary, it will go away. Then you start avoiding those situations, those triggers, okay? And then you think, oh, it's getting worse. And then you try to control your surroundings. And then it gets worse and worse and then you don't feel anything good about yourself, everything getting worse, and then you rely on some support network, maybe your friends, but that's not enough. Friends and family, they start showing concern, and then you think that you need a therapist. Okay. So, how this stress curve is, if you see here, how the performance is affected. Okay. So, low, inactive, laid back, optimal stress, then high anxiety panics, burnouts, which is your extreme. So as you have the pressure build up, and this is how your performance is affected. Okay. So you if you have a stress, maybe, and that's your performance, it goes down when you have pressure. So you can see here, first you will be inactive, you will not feel like doing anything. You'll just lay back and then you will be totally stressed. And then comes panic and then completely burnout. This is how your performance is. Okay. So when you have pressure, low, moderate, high, and extreme, first you become inactive, laid back, stress, panic, and then complete burnout. Now, if you look at the anxiety iceberg, what is happening here? Let's see. Now, you will feel scattered, You will feel irritated, fidgety. You will space out, means you'll not want to talk anybody. You'll get nervous. You might cry. Okay. But what is happening beneath? You have numbness. Okay. You feel hopeless. So, see, the things which are above, people can see, but the things which are down, people can't see, but this is all happening. So you feel numb, you feel hopeless, you cannot concentrate, you have headaches, you have grief, you have guilt, you have racing heart, you have feeling of embarrassment, shame, panic, intrusive thoughts, worry. Okay, so this is which is underneath. But what sees on outside is when you cry, when you're nervous, when you're spaced out, when you feel irritated and fidgety, when you feel scattered, right? Now, survival brain, emotional brain, and thinking brain. So, see, this is our brain. Okay, you can see survival brain. Okay, priorities, your survival factors such as your heartbeat. So, this is only for the survival, means keeping you alive, means giving you oxygen, keeping your heartbeat. That is your survival brain. So, you need more energy, makes its way to your limbs to you so that you can run fast and be stronger. Okay. Then emotional. Your emotions become extremely intense and act as a warning sign to help quickly respond to danger and threats. So this is your so survival is connected with the limbic, which gives if you enough energy is there, oxygen, so you can run faster and stronger, right? Now this emotional brain, which is your limbic system, will become extremely intense and act as a warning sign to help you quickly respond in danger and threats. You know, if there's a fire, you won't go there, right? So it shows you that there's a danger. And then comes the thinking brain. So you can see the frontal lobe. So temporarily goes offline. If there's a threat, your thinking brain goes offline. So that the energy your brain would um, normally use in new prioritized to other body systems to help keep you safe. So that time you don't overthink, है ना? सामने आग लगी है तो आप ऐसा नहीं कि दूसरी चीजें सोचने लगोगे. उस टाइम पर क्या हो रहा है? So this is what? This is your fight or flight. The fight or flight response. How it works? Survival, emotional, and thinking. So when you have any situation which is dangerous, so how it works, your survival brain give more energy. You have to run from that place. If it's a fire, you will quickly run. So that gives you enough energy to run. Emotional brain, it helps you to identify the danger and threat. And then the thinking brain stops so that you don't think about other things, but you only focus on the situation, which is the fight response you need, right? Then comes window of tolerance. Now, window of tolerance means how much you can tolerate. Now, this window of tolerance, if it is this much, it can expand, it can shrink, depending on these things. So, hyper arousal, like if you are very anxious, you are having panic attacks, you are feeling overwhelmed, out of control, you want to fight or run away, that is hyper arousal situation. Okay. And then what will happen? Ways to shift from a fight or flight state. So you will engage in some mindfulness exercises. You'll recognize the aroused state. Okay. And you will breathe, you will pause, you'll slow down, and you will increase your awareness to your thoughts and body sensations. So in hyperarousal state, what you can do is mindfulness, feeling calm, breathe, okay, pause and slow down. Now, optimal zone is where you feel good. That's everything is calm, everything is in control, everything is safe. So then you have your toleration power. So the window of toleration is quite wide. And what things can expand this window is mindfulness, grounding exercises, gratitude, positive self talk, and deep breathing. If you keep your, if you are in a mindfulness state, means you um live in the present moment and do not think about the past or the future. Grounding exercises, any kind of exercises, gratitude, feeling thankful, positive self talk, and when you deep breathe, you can always increase, expand this window. And then there's a stage which is hyperarousal. And um, in this, what happens is you feel numb, you feel frozen, you feel disconnected, you feel zoned out, you are lethargic, and you have no energy left. So you have to notice the sensation of being in this stage. Activate the body through physical. Now, in this stage, what you can do is activate your body through physical movement, stimulate your senses, and reach and connect with others. But that's very important. So, when it is hyperarousal, when you're feeling anxious, that time you have to slow down. And when you are in hypoarousal state, you have to come out, reach out to people, do some exercise. So, how anxiety feels in my body? You will have either sweating, fast heartbeat, pins and needles. You'll feel those pins and needles, dizziness, tense muscles, fast breathing, wide eyes, trembling. Okay, butterflies in tummy. You'll feel nauseous. You'll have weak knees and urinating problem, headache, and goosebumps. So these all are the signs of anxiety. We can also have the stop technique. What is that stop technique? First thing is stop. Whenever you have any negative thinking, ask yourself, stop. Pause. Take a deep breath. Observe your thoughts, your feelings, your behavior. How does your body feel? And then proceed. Purposely, mindfully, proceed with your next activity, one step at a time. Okay. So whenever you are anxious, first say stop. All the feel that the clouds of thoughts are passing, negative thoughts, and you are saying stop. The clouds are stopped. Now you take a deep breath. You can think that those clouds are leaving the negativity out and filling it with some positive. And then you observe your thoughts and your feelings again, and then you proceed with something productive. So start thinking, doing something productive. You can also do some these mental exercises to be in the present and to come out from the stress and anxiety, thinking about past or future. So at the moment, you can just ask yourself, name all the objects that you can see around yourself. Okay. Then, is there anything new? Okay. What do you like about this room? What do you dislike about this room? Any object you can draw in your mind. This is going to take you into the present and stop that overthinking, which is taking you into past or future. We can also have this rain technique where you can recognize what is happening. So, consciously, you're acknowledging your thoughts, the bubbles, the clouds of negative thoughts. And if you feel butterfly in your tummy, you feel nervous. So, you have to recognize what is happening inside my body. When these clouds are passing, negative clouds, what is happening with my body? Then you allow life to be just as it is. You give the freedom, you give the liberty to the life, you give the liberty to yourself. Okay, this is all what's happening. Let it pass away. Okay. So you let your thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations that you have recognized, okay, you accept them, you pause and you relax. Okay, it is there. Okay. So you are allowing the life, okay, life is this way. I am allowing the life to be as it is. And then you investigate with kindness by asking, okay, pause. What is happening inside? How do I experience this in my body? Okay. Now, what am I believing in? What does this feeling want from me? Why this feeling? What is the need to change? What is the need to for me to realize uh, what is important for me. Now, you have to identify that you are not that emotion. Those clouds are not you. You are different, and those clouds are different. So, your sense of who you are is not fused with any um, limiting emotions, sensations, or stories. So don't identify yourself as those emotions or those sensations or those stories. Okay. So your sense of who you are is not fused with any limiting emotions, sensations, or stories. You have to remember that these are the emotions. I am not this. Okay. These are coming and these are going, but this is not me. Okay. So that time you have to tell yourself, okay, this feeling. So these are coping statements, means how you cope up with your anxiety. That, okay, this is not me. This is an emotion. This emotion will pass. This feeling will pass. And this anxiety does not define me. This anxiety is there, but it is not me. I am safe and I am going to be okay. And all the thoughts are not true. They are not the facts. Okay. I can cope up and I am strong. Take a deep breath. Okay. This is how you can cope up with your anxiety. Now, what kind of reframing thoughts you can have? So, our thoughts are very important. They determine what we think, then we bring it into action. So, if you need any change in your action, first you have to work on your thoughts. So, it is essential to have positive thoughts. Try and change negative thinking into more positive and productive thinking. So, first thing is shifting from negative to positive thinking, productive thinking. Okay. So, instead of saying, everyone is going to stare at me, you can say, people might look at me because they like my outfit. Shifting from negative to positive. So, this exercise you can give your clients when you are doing the counseling. So, instead of this, can you try this? What if I make a mistake? Let's try the other way of looking at this. What if I succeed? Or what if I have a new experience? I won't know anyone at the party. I will enjoy the party. So, shifting from negative to positive, I will enjoy on my own. Okay, I don't want to do this. I will try to do this. Nobody at school likes me. I will still be kindful. है ना? I'm a failure. I'm learning. So these things will take you from negative to the positive. You have to make a circle that what are the things you can control and what are the things you cannot control. So feelings upset about something outside, okay, of your control. Anything which is not in your control is like when you are sitting on a rock or a chair, it gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere, right? It is just like if you want to control something, you're sitting on a rock and your chair and you want to change everything, but it's not happening. You're stuck there. Nothing is changing. You're still there. So we have to see what you can change, what you cannot change. So you will have to let go of the things which are not in your control. You cannot control the past. You cannot control what other people believe. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control death. You cannot control your age. You cannot control other people's opinion. You cannot control the results of any match, sports match. You cannot predict what will happen next. You don't know what is future, how people will react to your boundaries. You don't know. You don't know what other people will act. You don't know what other people will think, and you don't know what others, um, what others post online. Yeah. So you don't know what anybody is going to post on social media. So these things you don't know, you cannot control. But what you can control is you can still focus on who I spend time with, what are my goals, what are my thoughts. Okay, I post online is in my control. How I spend my spare time is in my control. My actions, my honesty, what I say about other people, what I say, what my values, my beliefs, my boundaries, everything is in your control, right? Now, circle of concern, how reactive people act. Large circle of concern and small circle. So, where do you have to concern, show the concern, and where you don't have to? So, there's a how reactive people act, how proactive people act. So, if you're a reacting people, then you will have more of that circle which is not in control and small circle which is in your control. So, if you want to have, means when you know that, okay, what is in my control and what is in not in my control. So you should have a bigger inner circle which you can control and small outer circle. You should focus more on the inner and not on the. So the people who respond, okay, the people who respond, they have a small circle of concern. They don't think much about the how they will control what is not in control. They focus on the things which they can control. Whereas reactive people focus more on the outer circle. Okay, so you are wasting a lot of time and energy because nothing will happen. You will never be able to control that, right? So you can take 5 breathing, stretch your hand out, get the pointer finger of your other hand ready to trace around your hand. Okay, stretch, then your pointer finger of your other hand. Okay, when you stretch, this pointer finger. Okay, trace around your hand, trace your finger around each finger on the other hand slowly. While you're tracing, breathe and in through your nose and out your nose. Keep going until you have traced around your whole hand. Keep repeating until you feel calm. So this is a calming exercise which you can do to calm yourself. Okay. Anxiety coping statements. What you can say to yourself: thoughts are not facts. I take care of myself. I do not need to solve this feeling. I can feel anxious and still handle this. I'm brave. I'm safe. Um, this feeling is a false alarm. I am safe. Anxiety is not always a signal that something is wrong. I need to trust the process. I'm okay. Anxiety is normal. It's a human emotion. Is this thought in or out of my control? My bravery is stronger than my fear. My feelings are not always rational. If I remain calm, I can overcome this. Okay. And then you can have these hands into awareness. Clench your fist. Imagine you are holding a lemon and you are trying to squeeze the juice out of it. Feel the tension in your hand and rest. Repeat slowly. Okay. Rub both of your hands together quickly. Feel the friction. Feel the heat. Okay. Then you can have both the feet flat on the floor. Wiggle your toes. Feel the sensation. Curl your toes. Uncurl. And so these are awareness. You have to keep saying, I'm smart, I'm brave, I'm strong, I can do hard things, I'm loved, I'm important, I'm capable, I'm enough, I'm me. And you have to speak kindly to yourself. I'm in charge of my destiny. It's okay to make mistakes. I'm worthy of love. I make people smile. I'm a good person. I believe in me. I'm flawed and still fabulous. I can take care of myself. And today is my day. Okay. Then you need to take care physically, emotionally, socially, spiritually, personally, at space and at work. Okay. So sleep, stretching, physical activity, healthy eating, rest, stress management, that is your physical care. How do you take care of your physical body? Sleep, stretch, physical activity, healthy eating, and rest. How do you take care of yourself emotionally? Stress management, gratitude, act of kindness, forgiveness, compassion. Social, you have to keep personal boundaries. You have to have the support system, friends and family. You have to have positive social media, and you have to spend time with loved ones. Spiritual, say, you have to spend time alone, have your own space, do some yoga, meditation, mindfulness, connection in nature. Personal take care is your hobbies, self identity, whatever you like, you do that. Space, so you have to have a safe place, safe organization, clean and tidy. It should be your space should be clean and tidy. It should be secured and stable. Your work, so you have to do time management, how much time you have to give to your work, work boundaries, break time, and knowledge. Then these are some other activities which you can do for your neck and shoulder awareness. So sit comfortably, breathe in and out. The aim, okay, you have to sit and breathe in and breathe out. Okay, and notice how you are feeling in each part of your body. Start at the top, and can you feel your hair? How does it feel? Is it rubbing on your face? Have you got a hat on? Can you feel your hair tie? And this way you go down from your head, taking so going down to shoulders, okay, and then deep breath. Then you can go down and down. So these activities you can do. So these are your anxiety skills. Rest of the things we are going to take tomorrow.